everybody, I'm back. We've got those yummy speckled butter beans going right now. So let's move on to the next dish, and that's going to be candied sweet potatoes. Also, a lot of you call them yams. How many times you've been thinking you've been eating yams and you were really probably eating sweet potatoes? There is a difference, but here, mostly in America, you're going to find they're sweet potatoes. And in my case, I've got me some yummy Mississippi Reds. They are so good. And I got them at my local produce stand, 3 peas in a pod. I love them. They're really nice over there, and I've said that before. And I really love, they've got a good selection, good quality, and they're just really nice. But anyway, that's where I got my sweet potatoes, and that's what we're about to make. So join me. Let's go start running down the ingredients. Okay, let's get started. These are going to be great candied yams. We're going to add, we get this pan going here. I'm going to add in a stick of butter. If I can get it out of the prep bowl. There we go. Let that get going first, yes. Just chop that up and help it along a little bit. This was my sweet potato spoon anyway. It's all going the same place. Got a little sweet potato in there, and that's all right. All right. That's good enough. Hope you can see what I'm doing good. I really have trouble. I've got to get some angles set up and everything. I'm in a different room now than where I had my little studio set up because I've been so busy. And that's another video. And that's why I hadn't had any new videos yet, but I'm always working on great ideas. So that's melted already. Sorry to switch subjects so quick. 1 cup of brown sugar. I didn't go over these ingredients first, did I? Oh well. I'll re-go over it. And then I'm going to add my water. We're just going to make sure. We're going to bring this to a boil. That's 1/3 cup of water. Let me go over these ingredients with you while this is heating up. We're going to boil it for about 3 minutes after it dissolves. I got in between 2 and 3 pounds of sweet potatoes. I cubed them and I boiled them all for about 10 minutes. They're almost fork tender. In fact, they're early fork tender. They give some resistance. We don't want them getting too mushy. You know, fork tender, but not mushy. That's the whole thing right there. So in between 2 and 3 pounds. I don't know exactly because I had baked some that I had. I don't remember how many I bought. I just cooked what I had left. And that's in between 2 and 3 pounds. So, you know, when you buy your potatoes, if that's what you're making these for, when you buy your sweet potatoes, you're going to want to, you know, weigh them out so they'll be right. Okay, I've got in that water that I've already added here, and I'm sorry if I'm shaking that camera around. I hope I'm not. Okay, we're going to boil this for 3 minutes. Okay, I looked at a clock. Okay, so while that's, I'm going to talk while we're boiling this. And it doesn't have to go quite 3 minutes, just until everything's dissolved well. Anyway, you want to cook these first, some. Not all the way done, but almost wanting to be done. And the reason is because when you bake them off in the oven, you don't want to end up with burnt syrup and hard as a rock in the middle. You know, you want to really have a good dish, so you want to give these a good start so they can just finish in the oven before the syrup's gonna, you don't want to scorch it in the oven. I've got my oven preheated to 350. And like I said, when I added that water, I really failed on you on the ingredients. I'm sorry, you know I'll have them down below as always. But in this water, I had 1 teaspoon of salt. So it was 1/3 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 stick of butter is what I had, and I apologize for not telling you that. And like I've already said 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 pounds of, in between 2 and 3 pounds of chopped up sweet potato, AKA yams. All right, and for later, I've got a little cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of ginger to add in. I'm not really heavy-handed with those spices. A lot of times I'll leave them out completely, but I did want to show you that, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg. Boy, I've really made a mess with this tablecloth today. And ginger. I've been making videos like crazy today, so bear with me. That's why we've kind of gradually gotten messier and messier, I believe. Now what I did is I have my little small Pyrex pan. Oh, that's steam getting on there. You can butter this if you want to, but all I did, I just used my coconut pan. Coconut oil pan, okay? And what we're going to go ahead and do is, I hope, heavens for that, so you can see this. If not, I'll pick it up and I'll put it to the camera for you. I'm putting the potatoes in, these sweet potatoes, I'm putting them in a casserole dish. Alright. Again, I hope I'm not bumping that table and shaking the camera. We'll work out all of our kinks, I'm sorry. So here they are. And we don't need quite 3 minutes, we're good. This is good. I can already tell you it's fine. And what I want to do is, I don't like to add, the recipe calls for about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and in between an 1/8 and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. I'm not really heavy-handed, so I am barely just giving a shake, and that's probably just because I just do it that way. I do not like heavy-handed nutmeg, etc., etc. Just barely a little bit. We'll give that a quick stir. Okay. I hope you can see this. Otherwise, I will, you know, I don't want to say something else. You can, if you want to, salt these potatoes. If you want to, you can lightly salt them and give them a stir before you pour your sauce over them. Your glaze, aka the candied part. I'm gonna add, I added about 1/2 teaspoon right there. So that's a little bit, that's totally optional. It's totally optional. That is not a necessary addition to the recipe. Okay? This is gonna be hot, so I am gonna pour this over, and I'm probably gonna give them another gentle stir. Try to pour evenly. There you go. Now, I'm going to give them a little gentle stir again. Why? Because I want every piece coated. I will show you this if it's out of camera range. I apologize for that. Now, I'm going to add a little foil over the top of this before I put it in the oven. I'm not going to do it on camera, but that way it'll slow it down just a little bit. I don't want it to brown too much on top until the end. Okay? 350 degrees. In between 30 and 35 minutes, check your oven. You're not trying to burn them or anything. They'll be done after that. You don't have to worry about leaving them in, saying they're not done. If they're tender, they're done. Okay? So, as I always say through the magic of YouTube, when these are done, I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay? We'll be back. Look at that. Couldn't have come out more perfect. They taste great. I tasted them. Didn't need any more salt or anything like that. Okay, there you are. Aren't they great? They're going to taste so good. And, you know, I just want to reiterate that I am not a sweet potato expert. I am not a yam expert. In other words, I am what I am. With that, I'm going to close this video. I hope you'll like and share. Thanks. I'll see you next time.